This is a clearer video, I guess, than the one we had before or last week. Please, can you hear me, class? Okay, if the class is hearing. So are there any questions here, or should I just go to the next short video, which is a continuation of what we have just done? What does the class think? Any questions on the chat on what we have just done? Any questions here? We did this much last week, but this is a little bit more organized. So is there any question before we move on to the next next video? If you have questions, please let us. No, sir, the explanation is that Samuel will. Okay, it's clear. Okay. Okay, so let me play the next one then. The drawing we did . Can you still see the screen? So I can go on.
No, sir, you stopped sharing.
Did I stop sharing?
Yes, sir. Just stop now.
Okay, let me do share again. Okay, so you can see my screen. Are you seeing this?
Yes, you can see your screen, but not the video.
Okay. The drawing we did last time, when looked at from the home screen, if we want to look at it in the 2 dimension, we can look directly into it, and we can actually request that we want to edit the sketch. If we say edit sketch, and then we look at it directly, we'll have this view. So in this view, we can do the enhancements that are needed. The first enhancement we shall do is to provide the groove between the middle and the outer slides. To do that, we can create a circle at the boundary between the two. And then to do that, we take the circle tool and we go somewhere around here and create a circle. I put a circle of 2 millimeters there. So that's a circle of 2 millimeters. I haven't done that. If we want to turn that into black to make sure that it is fully defined, we can specify the horizontal and vertical. We can specify the horizontal and vertical distances from a particularly known point. The horizontal distance is known since it is lying on this line. So what we really need to worry about is the vertical distance. So we can take a dimension tool and take from here to the origin at the vertical displacement. Let us make that 5. If we make that 5 units, then this is already turned black. The next thing we do is that we do the proper trimming. So we take the trim tool, which is like a scissors there, take the trim tool, remove half of the circle, so to make it a semicircle, and then remove the diagonal line, the diameter line, like this. So that is the stuff we are looking for. The other thing we need to do is to apply some filleting. We can apply some filleting. We take the fillet tool from the modify and take a fillet and take this line and this line. It is telling us it is using 1.5. I think 1 millimeter is good enough. So we take 1 millimeter there for that fillet. We take this one and this one. The fillet tool is gone, so we use the marking tool by right clicking, repeat fillet. So it gives us this one and this one. Now it's saying 0.5. That's okay too. 0.5 is okay. And then we do a fillet from here to here. It's not agreeing, so we look the marking tool, repeat fillet from here to here, 0.5. That's also good. So we have the fillets, and if we're happy with all of that, we can now do what we call an offset. So we can do an offset for 2 of the profiles. The reason for doing the offset is that we want to make sure that there is some tolerance between the two, between each pair of surfaces that are matching. So to do that, we can use the offset tool from the modifier, which is this one. We pick this tool and we can offset this one, and let us offset it by -0.1 of a millimeter. If that is okay, we have -0.1 of a millimeter there, and then we right clicking again, repeat offset, we select this, and then -0.1 of a millimeter is there. So you can see that we have the offset, and we are now sure that there is some tolerances between the meeting surfaces, but that may not be enough. We still need to cut unnecessary material away by using the tool here for trimming. So we take the trim tool and we are going to remove this, and this, and this, and this. We remove those, and then there is still some unwanted material here, but we can't see it. In order to see it, we will need to make it a little bit bolder so we can see it here. We need to trim this, and then after trimming that, we can go back again to the way things are. So we have it now that if you look at the inner slide, you can see this, everything now is separate from the one that is meshing with it, and then the middle slide is also separate with a small amount of tolerance. If you want to turn these drawings to be black, we can still do it. For instance, we can apply we can reapply the dimensions. If we apply the dimension here, which is 19, it turns that one black. If we apply if we are happy with that, we choose that. If the dimension here is applied, it says it's over constrained, so let us leave that alone, and let us see whether this one is needed. If we apply that, it's not helping. So let us look at the horizontal, vertical. Many of these things were rubbed off because of the offset. So okay, so you can see the thing is turning black back again in some places. Let's see whether we can still help this one. Let me see the dimension, whether the dimension will help. Yeah, so it is over constraint, so let us cancel that. But we could also go ahead and put the actual tolerance dimensions to really make sure that all of these things go black, but I think we should leave that alone. Having done this, the next thing for us to do is to do a symmetry and a symmetry mirror. The symmetry mirror will take place. Once the symmetry mirror takes place, we will be able to see the full drawing. In order to do that, we are going to create a mirror. So create a mirror here. Click this to create a mirror. It wants to select the objects that will be mirrored. We can use this fence to select the object that is mirrored by just dragging the mouse there. So that creates 66 selected objects. The objects are 66 because it's taking the lines we have drawn, it's taking the dimensions, it's taking everything together. And then we now need to select the mirror line. To select the mirror line, we click select mirror line. turn on the origin, and then we have turned on the origin is turned on, so let us select now the Z-axis. The Z-axis is taken, and then when we click OK, the mirror is done, and we can see everything has now been mirrored. And if you want to see it in 3 dimensions, we can see the full drawing that we'll be looking for, that are with our mirror in 3 dimensions, as we can see immediately. Thank you.